Welcome back to Anime Fight Club, everyone. My name is Grim. Today we're checking out Grappler Baki, or Hanma Baki, the manga associated with seasons 1 and 2 of the anime. We're checking out chapter 156 through 158 today. Chapter 156 entitled Baki versus the legendary Darting Fist. So here we have, the swordsman that Baki fought in the last video. You see, the last thing he sees is the heel of Baki's foot as he was looking around for Baki. Then he woke up, sat up straight, and he feels the silhouette or the presence of someone to his right. So he looks over, and Baki is sitting there on his knees waiting for him to regain consciousness. And he remembers what happened. Baki, that's right. I've really kept you waiting. I feel like I slept for hours. Then he notices Baki's wound. Say, you shouldn't be unscathed either. I used some ointment that a mercenary group gave me earlier. She's like, a mercenary group? Should I be grateful you're unharmed? Or should I be ashamed of my own ineptitude that allowed you to be unharmed? Baki bows. He gets extremely low in this bow. He's eternally grateful. Baki-kun, if it's not too much trouble, can you invite me to watch the fight against your father? He looks back. Yes, you'll be there on the first row. So now we are at another dojo, Kobayashi Kempo Dojo. So Baki's on his knees again, presenting himself to this dojo's master. And he's a hand-to-hand combat specialist. We see him throwing these extremely quick punches. Can barely see them as he's throwing them. Oh wow, kicks too. So this man's extremely quick. Looks like he's standing still, but all you see is fists and feet all around him. So Baki's shocked as he's watching this man throw these extremely quick strikes. Then he puts his arms out, kinda Hanma style, Yujiro style, then brings his hands down and clasps them. Do you get it now, Hanma-kun? If you rely on all those full contact karate styles, you haven't seen anything like my style. Even if you present me any of those mixed martial arts styles, they won't stand a chance against the speed of my offense and defense. So this dude is also huge, while he's extremely skilled. I thought this might have been distortion in the art, but no, he's massive. Look at him looking down at Baki. And if you ask me to break the limits and use the full potential of my darting fist style, I can't guarantee your safety. It may kill you. That's awesome. So what else do you need to know? Well, you see, I wanted to ask you, can you fight me with all your power in a match with no rules? But he's shocked at this question. He stands up straight. Looks down at Baki. Baki looks at his feet. He'll attack me now? And he just gets super close. Sure, I love it. A battle without limits. Let's do it. And he turns back around, walks off. Baki's like, wow, what a dude. So, while Buddy's not facing Baki, he starts to stretch, crack his neck and stuff. Did he crack his foot? What is this supposed to mean? I don't know. I don't know if Baki's excited, if he's nervous. What's going on with this dude? Okay, let's see your stuff. This man is huge. He turns around, he takes his fighting stance, as does Baki. Little Baki, impressive. You rely on your instincts completely. Oh, he closed his eyes. Okay. If you think I should get serious because you have your eyes closed, you're wrong. The more senses you use in battle, the better. So Baki doesn't reply, he just keeps his hands up. Martial arts is not a game. Just because you're a kid and you have your eyes closed, I will not justify you when you lose against my superior skills and my years of experience. You came to me asking for this. I will crush you. So he goes to throw this super fast strike. The second it touches Baki's face, opens his eyes and moves. Looks like he flips forward again. Yep. Hit him with that same strike that Yujiro loves so much. Just front flip axe kick crashes it into this man's face, knocks out teeth, broke his nose, but he falls to the ground. Chapter 157, Yujiro versus the bow. So we see Baki's foot crashing into somebody else's nose, knocked off his helmet. Goodness. So it looks like Baki went back to that boxing ring of Yuri's, maybe. Does that same front flip axe kick to this dude as well, knocks him out. Bring water, call a doctor. So Baki's trying to test his reflexes with this, I'm assuming. So now he's trying to take on a fencer. But he points to the fence. Is it called a fence? He points the fence at Baki. Baki's eyes are closed. The second it touches his shirt, he spun and hit him with a spinning back kick, spinning side kick. Hit him right in the abdomen, took him off of his feet. He's dropped the rapier, isn't it? Rapier, something like that. Drops it. Now we're in a different Master's Dojo, Taekwondo, I'm assuming. He's about to throw this axe kick. The second it touches Baki's forehead, well, the crown of his head, I'm assuming. Yep, front flip. Counter with a axe kick. Lands the heel of his foot into this dude's face, knocks out his teeth. Surprised he didn't get bored yet. Maybe he's just trying to see how many people it could take out. Maybe he's just testing his reaction times. He's taking out everybody with counters, which is cool. As we continue, we're at somebody's residence. Oh. To think that lad has grown strong enough to fight you. It won't be a fight. It'll be like taking candy from a baby. So Yujiro's went to go meet with one of his friends that he's met over his crazy life. People that have accepted him for who he is. You're the same as ever. Fighting with God, fighting with people, fighting with your son. So Yujiro drinks up probably tea. I don't know, I feel like this is a tea kettle, there's no telling. If fighting is peace, and peace is simply boring to you, bitter, then what is strife? For you, going to war is simply... Then Yujiro reaches out, grabs this man. You talk a lot, but your body doesn't seem rusty. Enough banter. I want you to do something for me. What can I possibly do? Don't play dumb. Do you think I'm here to drink your disgusting tea? So then we see this huge bow in front of this man. I drew up the blueprints and had a friend make it for me. He works in this metal company that customized it and built it to perfection. The springs are reinforced with steel planks for maximum power and resistance. The bowstring is crafted and designed just like piano lines. To draw the string back requires 200 kilograms of force. Unfortunately, only I can do it. Its arrows are custom made from a titanium alloy. Kanemoto. You're a lot livelier than when you got us the tea. If it's about my craft, I'm a lot like you. Always refining, always improving, never satisfied. Have you ever tried it out? Buddy smiles, gets up, walks past Yujiro, opens up this door to a giant moose head. Oh, I killed this elk in Canada last year. Canada moose. Even though it looks a little weird as a decoration in a traditional Japanese room. So Yujiro smiles at the sight of this thing. There's a small hole in its forehead. I shot it in the rear, but it went clean through the body. Wow, he shot it in the rear and it came out the front. So Yujiro smiles, having realized how powerful it was to make it through all that muscle. And let me guess, this is the biggest thing you have hunted with the bow, and you got satisfied by that. Yes, you could say something like that. Kanemoto. Will you shoot me with it? You don't seem to be joking. Not at all. So buddy's trying to, looks like he's trying to hold back his smile as he's sweating. Hanma, my friend, I recognize and respect your strength, but I shall not hold back nor aim mercifully to save your life. Do you understand? Yes, Kanemoto. Very well. Let's go out into the garden. So Buddy was in fact definitely super built, and he looks like our other guy that trained Tanba and Garuda, which is hilarious. I really like when these characters kind of cross over, especially since the artist Itagaki Kisuke is the common ground. So they make it outside. We get some images of Buddy's physique to show that he is in shape. I built this garden for training. It has about 14 ken, something around 100 feet of distance. So he's just telling them how big the garden was, how much space they had. Yujiro says that's far enough. There's no point if it's any further. I'll kill you if I feel you're holding back. But he doesn't object. He starts to pull back this bow as Yujiro's mere feet away from it. He starts to retract it. Like he said, it requires 200 kilograms of force. So he starts to pull this back. Yujiro sticks his arms out, taking this royal stance. The bow is completely taut now as he continues to pull it back the last few millimeters. Then he finally lets go. So we see the arrow, the string leave his fingers. The next image we get is just a crash. Then we see that the bow's been caught. What the hell is this, Kanemoto? Yujiro's crazy self rushed in before the bow, the arrow could even leave the string. He stopped it at the point of needing 200 kilograms of tension to keep it there. That's insane to move that quickly. Pathetically slow. It's all looks. No, you're a demon. So now we're back to Baki's mom's crib, only a week away, and he will receive the present he's always wished for. Baki, the strongest son to meet in battle. So Baki's outside, looks like he's exercising. He's running. Chapter 158, Mother and Father. So now we got Yujiro standing here, looking out of the window of his hotel like he usually does. I do like that we don't always see a demon in his back. Like, I don't see one here. If you see one, by all means speak up, but I don't see one. He's standing here. How his hair is blowing forward when they're inside is beyond me. But Emi appears to also be there, or at least some woman. So Yujiro begins to walk or pivot. He lifts up his right foot. She looks at him. Lifts up this leg. Points it straight at the sky. I don't think this was one of those extremely fast kicks. I think he just put his leg up there. So he throws this knife edge at the sky. This woman's just watching him as he starts to perform his kata. Starts to warm his body up. These veins start to pop out all over his body as he continues his kata. He throws this punch that appears to break the sound barrier. And as he starts to warm up and get more serious, his eyes start to light up. He throws this punch and it's so hard that it shoots all the sweat on his body outward. It hits this woman in the face. It looks a bit painful. It goes all over the room. And now he's gleaming again, having not been burdened by sweat, I guess. So a girl walks up to Yujiro. Yujiro puts his hand in her face and shoves her. He takes her off her feet. Okay, looks like she landed on the bed and bounced. Emi. So it was Emi. Don't get the wrong idea. It's funny, like, we always feel like Yujiro's on some bully shit. Like, of course you shouldn't strike women at all, but at least he did throw her on the bed. But still, he looks over. Don't get the wrong idea. You can think about sex if you want, but you are simply the one that's taking care of Baki. But if Baki isn't up to snuff the day of the battle, you'll be nothing but leftovers. Wow, she's saying he'll devour Baki and her. You think you're so important. Bitches like you are a dime a dozen. Don't make me laugh, prostitute. Assume you have no relations with me. So she takes in those words, kind of dies inside. She starts to hang her head. But Yujiro sees something different. I'll stay the night here. No, leave at once. She gathers her stuff, walks out. It's all wobbly and, I don't know, drunk off Hanuma bliss. I don't know. So, oh, madam, wait. Tell me what. So he's trying to, like, where are you going? She sees Baki, bursts into tears, runs up, grabs him as she's sobbing. Why won't he fall in love with me? Mom, do I have no womanly charm? Am I not beautiful enough? No, you can't beat his ass, so he don't want you. So Baki tries to console her. He tries to go in for a hug. Mom, listen. And she just punches him. Shut up. Because you're weak. It's because you're so weak. It's your fault. Why did I have such a weak child? She's laying into Baki. Baki's just taking all of these hits. Man, so Emmy's distraught and angry at the moment at not being loved by the strongest creature on the planet. But that is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll continue the story of Baki and his mother and father in the next video. Please leave a comment below on any thoughts you might have had throughout the video. Hit the thumbs up, share with your fellow otaku. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you have, thank you very much. Please check the link in the description for the next video, as well as the playlist pertaining to Baki, Garuden, and my gaming channel, as well as some Baki merchandise if you want to add something to your collection. It does help the channel, so please hit the bell notification on this channel as well as Grim Games so you don't miss any future uploads. Hope to see you next video, and as always, otaku for life.
Oh, I'm tired of all this talk. I'm out.